Hello, I am Jacob. I'm the host of the show. Thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and just being a part of what we do here. So, the NFL schedule was released, and we will get that to you in a future video. But let's first begin from what happened last week, where Sony Michel announced that he was signing with the Miami Dolphins, a 1-year contract. The New York Giants have decided that they were going to release James Bradberry. Bradberry did not have a terrible year. The touchdowns were up and the yardage was up, but his completion percentage had roughly stayed the same. But this happens after the New York Giants could not find a trade partner for Bradberry. Now, if you actually looked at the description last week, you will know this. Jerry Jones was in a car crash about 2 weeks ago, and everyone was fine. They were okay. Well, when you get into a car accident, you have to go to a court and plead your case, obviously, in which the Dallas Police Department announced that Jerry Jones was innocent. He was innocent because what ended up happening was the DoorDash driver stopped in the middle of an intersection and turned very slowly when Jerry Jones's car ended up running into him. But what the Dallas Police Department said was the guy, and even the DoorDash driver said this, he was making an improper turn. So that was the out for Jerry Jones, was the guy was making an improper turn at a very slow pace after stopping in an intersection under a light. So Jerry Jones is innocent. We'll see what the damages are, and we'll go from there. But right at this point, Jerry Jones is innocent. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, after Tom Brady retired and then unretired, forced the NFL schedule makers to start all over. And one of the schedule makers was on NFL Network saying that it's not that much different. It wasn't a whole lot different. We all knew the quarterback was going to be good, which, no. The difference between this is one person have Blaine Gabbert starting, and one you have Tom Brady. A difference of 7 or 6 Super Bowl rings. But you can't tell me Blaine Gabbert would be able to be put on Sunday Night Football and say, okay, here we go now. No. That's Tom Brady. That's it. So, yes, they started all over, but they tried to save themselves, but in doing so made them look a little less incompetent about what they were talking about. Aiden Hutchinson agreed to his rookie contract. He was actually one of the last first round picks to actually agree to one. Tyler Smith had agreed to one. Thibodeau was one of the last ones as well. But there was a couple that you were like, wow, they took a long time to sign a rookie contract. Some surprising news, Richard Sherman, according to a report by Ian Rappaport, is in deep talks with Amazon in terms of being a broadcaster, involved in the programming process this year. Now, he's staying in shape in case an NFL opportunity arises and he gets to go and play football again. But it looks, as of right now, he's going to transfer from the gridiron into the booth. another person making that jump is Tom Brady. Tom Brady, to join the Fox broadcast, actually take over Troy Aikman's old gig as the top analyst when he retires permanently. And I put the word permanently in there because if you're Tom Brady, you can come back basically whenever. When you're retiring and it's permanent, you're done. Now, we all expected this had to be a big thing, cash, and it was right. $375 million on a 10-year contract. $37.5 million APY, which is an insane amount. But is he worth it? Absolutely. His first game is against the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. That will be a game where he will just look around and be like, this is where I'm going to be when I work for Fox. I'm going to be here more than anywhere else. It's going to be an interesting... I actually like that move on Brady's behalf, but again, no one could predict that Brady would want to go in this direction with his career or after football. The Ravens signed running back veteran Mike Davis. Small contract. We'll see if he gets a roster spot or not.